If you have painful cramps or balance problems ever made you worry about falling. So, you're not alone. And this video is here to help. Imagine waking up each morning with legs that feel strong, steady, and full of energy. No more weakness slowing you down, no more painful cramps interrupting your day, and no more constant worries about losing your balance. If you want to stay active, independent, and confident, the key is proper nutrition. Today, we'll explore the 7 most powerful vitamins and minerals that support strong, resilient legs, from boosting muscle strength to protecting bone density and improving circulation. These nutrients can transform how you move and feel every single day. Whether you enjoy walking in the park, dancing, or simply living independently, this is for you. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you're joining from. Share a comment below and feel free to ask questions. Now, let's build a healthier, stronger future together. Let's start with vitamin D. As we age, the body naturally changes. Muscle mass decreases, bones lose strength, and movements that once felt effortless may become more difficult. One often overlooked cause of this decline is a deficiency in vitamin D. It's not just about preventing brittle bones. This vitamin plays a vital role in keeping your legs strong, balanced, and functional. Let's take a closer look at why vitamin D is the most important nutrient for leg strength in older adults, and how ensuring enough can greatly improve mobility and overall quality of life. As we get older, our bodies naturally change, and one major challenge is that our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. To make matters worse, many older adults spend less time outdoors, whether due to mobility issues, lifestyle adjustments, or even concerns about skin damage. The result? A silent deficiency that gradually weakens muscle strength, leaving legs unstable and unsteady. Studies show again and again that low vitamin D levels are directly tied to muscle weakness and a higher risk of dangerous falls. In fact, research found that seniors with healthy vitamin D levels had stronger muscle fibers, better balance, and greater coordination, making them less likely to suffer painful injuries or fractures. On the other hand, those lacking this nutrient faced faster muscle loss, making simple tasks like climbing stairs or even rising from a chair far more difficult. But vitamin D isn't only about absorbing calcium or supporting bone health, though both matter greatly. This powerful vitamin has a direct impact on muscle performance by boosting protein production and strengthening the communication between your nerves and muscles. Think of it as vital fuel for your legs. Without it, your muscles can't perform at their best. Research shows that vitamin D is essential for preserving fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are responsible for quick reactions and stability. These fibers help your legs catch you when balance is lost, preventing sudden falls. Without enough vitamin D, these fibers weaken, leading to slower response times, weaker contractions, and a greater risk of injury. Vitamin D also helps reduce inflammation within muscle tissue, easing chronic discomfort that so many people feel in their legs. If you've ever struggled with stubborn cramps, stiffness, or unexplained pain, you might be surprised at how much relief comes simply from restoring healthy vitamin D levels. Ignoring a vitamin D deficiency doesn't just mean weaker legs. It opens the door to far more serious health risks. The most concerning? Osteoporosis and painful fractures. Without enough vitamin D, your body can't properly absorb calcium, leaving bones fragile and prone to breaks. A simple stumble could turn into a major fracture that dramatically limits your mobility and independence. And it doesn't stop there. Low vitamin D has also been linked to higher risks of heart disease, memory decline, and a weakened immune system. So, when seniors neglect this vital nutrient, they aren't just dealing with weak legs. They're also facing a greater chance of chronic illness that can rob them of both health and quality of life. The good news? Restoring healthy vitamin D levels is simple, and the benefits can truly change your life. Here are the most effective ways to strengthen your body and keep your legs steady. First, sunlight. Just 15 to 30 minutes of direct sun, preferably in the morning or late afternoon, can give you a natural boost. Exposing arms and legs works best, though sunscreen can block absorption. Next, vitamin D-rich foods. While diet alone may not cover all your needs, adding salmon, mackerel, sardines, fortified dairy, egg yolks, and mushrooms helps support healthy levels. Finally, supplements. For many older adults, especially those who spend little time outdoors, a vitamin D supplement is essential. Most experts recommend 800 to 1,000 IU daily for strong bones and muscles, though higher amounts may be required for those with serious deficiencies under medical supervision. If you're unsure about your levels, don't guess. A simple blood test can give you clear answers. Many doctors now routinely check vitamin D in older adults, knowing just how critical it is for preventing falls, fractures, and loss of independence. Now, moving on to the second. Calcium. Calcium, unlike younger adults whose bones are still actively remodeling, older adults experience a gradual loss of bone mass, which makes them much more vulnerable to fractures. This is especially concerning for the legs. Hip fractures, femur breaks, and stress fractures in the lower limbs are among the most serious injuries seniors face. What may have been a harmless fall in youth can become months of recovery, or even permanent mobility loss, when bones no longer have the calcium reserves they need. But calcium's role extends far beyond bone health. It also plays a critical part in muscle contraction. Every movement, whether taking a simple step or rising from a chair, depends on calcium ions working with muscle fibers. Calcium acts as the spark that triggers contraction, ensuring smooth and steady movement. Without enough calcium, muscles may cramp, feel weak, or struggle to generate the force required for balance. That's why people with low calcium often experience frequent leg cramps, slower movement, and reduced endurance. So, how can you make sure your body is getting enough? While dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese are excellent sources, they're not the only options. Leafy greens such as kale and bok choy, almonds, tofu, sardines, and fortified plant-based milks also provide plenty of calcium. The key is variety. Relying on multiple food sources improves absorption and strengthens bones more effectively. Still, food alone isn't always enough, especially for those with dietary restrictions or absorption challenges. This is where calcium supplements can help, particularly when paired with vitamin D, which improves absorption. But here's an important truth. More is not always better. Too much calcium, especially from supplements, can cause calcium deposits in arteries, kidney stones, and digestive issues. That's why balance is essential. For most older adults, the recommended daily intake is 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams, ideally from a mix of natural foods and supplements if needed. Beyond diet, another factor determines how effective calcium truly is: movement. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, resistance training, or even light jogging encourage bone remodeling and direct calcium to where it's needed most, into your bones and muscles. Without regular movement, even a healthy intake won't fully protect the skeletal system. Neglecting calcium doesn't just weaken bones. It takes away the freedom to move easily, enjoy the activities you love, and maintain independence. Strong bones and well-functioning muscles are the foundation of stability, confidence, and a life full of mobility. And it all starts with calcium. Next, let's talk about the third. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, when most people think about strong legs, they picture calcium, protein, or exercise. But very few realize that vitamin B12 plays a vital role in how your muscles actually function. This essential vitamin keeps your nerves healthy, making sure the electrical signals traveling from your spinal cord to your legs are strong and precise. Without it, your muscles don't get the right messages, leading to weakness, instability, and a gradual loss of control. It's no surprise that one of the earliest signs of a B12 deficiency is heavy, tired legs, often with numbness or tingling that makes every step feel more difficult. Here's the challenge. Vitamin B12 deficiency is surprisingly common in older adults. Unlike many other vitamins that can be stored in fat or obtained from a wide variety of foods, B12 absorption depends heavily on digestive health. The body requires enough stomach acid and a protein called intrinsic factor to extract it from food. But as we age, stomach acid production declines. Conditions like gastritis, reflux, and long-term use of antacids make absorption even harder. Combine that with diets low in B12-rich foods, and the result is a slow, steady depletion of this crucial nutrient. The consequences go far beyond weak muscles. Left untreated, B12 deficiency can cause lasting nerve damage that affects balance, coordination, and reflexes. Many older adults who struggle with falls, difficulty walking, or a sense that their legs just don't work are often experiencing the neurological effects of B12 depletion. The decline is so gradual that it's mistaken for normal aging, when in fact, it's preventable. The good news is that restoring B12 can make a remarkable difference. Studies show that correcting a deficiency improves strength, energy, and leg function, often within weeks. So where can you get it? Unlike most nutrients, B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products. Lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, and especially clams or liver, which are among the richest sources. The good news is that restoring B12 can make a remarkable difference. Studies show that correcting a deficiency improves strength, energy, and leg function, often within weeks. So where can you get it? Unlike most nutrients, B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products. Lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, and especially clams or liver, which are among the richest sources. For those on plant-based diets, or those who struggle with absorption, fortified foods like cereals and plant-based milks, or direct supplements, are essential. And here's the reassuring part. B12 is one of the safest vitamins to supplement, since excess amounts are flushed out through urine. Many older adults benefit from high-dose supplements or even periodic injections if absorption is severely limited. Regular blood tests can ensure your levels stay healthy and prevent the slow decline in leg strength that so often goes unnoticed. The real takeaway is this: strong legs aren't just about muscles. They depend on your nervous system, your reflexes, and your coordination. No matter how much you exercise, if your nerves aren't firing correctly, your legs won't respond the way they should. That's why keeping your vitamin B12 levels in check is one of the most overlooked, yet most powerful strategies for protecting mobility and independence as you age. Next, let's talk about the fourth: magnesium. Every time you take a step, magnesium is working quietly in the background, making sure your muscles contract and relax the way they should. Think of it as the master regulator of muscle performance, preventing spasms, easing fatigue, and supporting endurance. One of the most overlooked yet common signs of low magnesium is restless leg syndrome, or those sudden nighttime cramps that jolt you awake. Many older adults suffer painful contractions in their legs at night, robbing them of sleep and making it harder to recover from daily activity. This isn't just an inconvenience. It's your body signaling that it can't properly regulate muscle relaxation. Magnesium calms overactive nerves and keeps muscles from locking up, making it essential for anyone dealing with cramps, tension, or uncontrolled spasms. But magnesium's importance doesn't stop at muscles. It's also crucial for bones and joints. While calcium often gets all the attention, calcium can't work effectively without magnesium. This mineral helps guide calcium into the bones where it belongs, instead of letting it build up in soft tissues where it can cause stiffness or joint pain. Research shows that higher magnesium intake is linked to stronger bones and fewer fractures in older adults, making it a cornerstone for long-term mobility. So why is deficiency so common? Magnesium is easily depleted by stress, poor diet, and even certain medications. Drugs like diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and some blood pressure medicines drain magnesium from the body. Combine that with diets lacking nutrient-rich foods, and the result is widespread deficiency that slowly steals strength, stamina, and flexibility. This is why so many older adults notice they can't walk as far, climb stairs as quickly, or recover as easily from simple activities. It's not just aging, it's a lack of the right fuel. The good news is that restoring magnesium often brings fast results. Cramping eases, energy returns, and movement feels lighter and more natural. The best food sources include leafy greens, nuts, seeds, legumes, and whole grains. Foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, and avocados provide an excellent boost. For those who struggle to get enough from food alone, supplements can help, especially forms like magnesium citrate or glycinate, which are better absorbed. The difference can be life-changing. Older adults who once felt sluggish and heavy often regain energy and notice their legs responding with more strength and ease. Those who suffered constant cramps finally find relief, enjoying deeper sleep and smoother movement. Even balance and coordination improve, as magnesium supports the nerve-to-muscle communication that keeps every step steady. 5. Potassium. Imagine waking up, stepping out of bed, and suddenly feeling a sharp cramp seize your calf. Sound familiar? Muscle cramps are one of the clearest warning signs of low potassium. That's because potassium acts as a vital regulator of muscle function, balancing fluids inside and outside muscle cells. When levels drop too low, muscles contract involuntarily, triggering painful cramps, especially in the legs. For older adults, who may already have reduced circulation or muscle mass, these cramps aren't just annoying. They can be exhausting and even disabling. But cramps are only the beginning. Have you ever felt your legs trembling after standing for a while, or noticed stiffness when trying to walk? Potassium is what allows nerves and muscles to communicate smoothly, keeping movement steady and controlled. When potassium is lacking, those signals weaken, leading to shakiness, fatigue, and difficulty lifting your feet properly. For seniors, this loss of control dramatically raises the risk of dangerous falls, and avoiding falls is one of the most important steps to staying independent. Potassium also does something many people don't realize. It protects your bones. By neutralizing acids that slowly erode bone density, potassium helps keep bones stronger for longer. Research suggests that a potassium-rich diet can slow down bone loss, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and ensuring that your muscles and bones work together in harmony. So, how can you make sure you're getting enough? Luckily, nature has given us plenty of delicious options. Bananas might be the most well-known, but they're just the start. Sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, beans, and oranges are all excellent sources. Even a baked potato with the skin provides more potassium than a banana. The key is variety, building a daily diet rich in these foods so your muscles and bones receive steady nourishment. For some, supplements may sound like an easy shortcut, but here's what you need to know. The recommended daily intake is 2,600 milligrams for women and 3,400 milligrams for men, and most people can reach that amount through a balanced diet of fruits, vegetables, and legumes. However, those with kidney problems or conditions affecting potassium balance need to be cautious and work with a doctor to find the right level. When potassium is where it should be, cramps fade, movements feel steadier, and bones remain resilient. This gives your legs the strength and stability you need to stay active, confident, and independent. 6. Vitamin K. When people think about vitamins for strong bones, calcium and vitamin D usually get all the attention. But here's the truth. Without vitamin K, those nutrients can't do their job correctly. Vitamin K is the critical link that directs calcium into your bones, where it strengthens them, instead of letting it build up in arteries and soft tissues, where it causes stiffness, poor circulation, and even heart problems. In other words, vitamin K acts like a traffic controller, guiding calcium to the right places and keeping your legs strong, stable, and mobile. For older adults, this becomes especially important. Research shows that people with higher vitamin K intake have stronger bones, lower fracture risk, and better overall bone health compared to those with low levels. That's because vitamin K activates osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium to the bone structure, making bones denser and far more resistant to breaks. But vitamin K does much more than protect bones. It also supports joint health and muscle function. Healthy legs aren't just about bone density. They require flexible joints and muscles that work smoothly. Vitamin K has been shown to reduce joint inflammation, slowing the progression of osteoarthritis and easing stiffness, especially in the knees. If your knees ache when you walk or feel stiff after sitting too long, vitamin K may be the missing nutrient that helps you move more freely and with less pain. Balance problems, trouble walking, and a higher risk of falls are often linked to weak leg muscles. New research suggests vitamin K also supports muscle strength and coordination, particularly in aging adults. It does this by regulating calcium inside muscle cells, ensuring proper contractions, smoother movements, and better stability. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and Brussels sprouts are some of the richest sources of vitamin K1, which is found in plants. But there's another form, vitamin K2, found in fermented foods like natto, aged cheeses, egg yolks, and liver. K2 stays active in the body longer and plays an even bigger role in moving calcium into bones instead of arteries. The best way to boost your vitamin K is by adding more greens and fermented foods to your daily meals. Even something simple, like blending kale into a smoothie or adding a side of sautéed spinach to dinner, can make a real difference. For those who struggle to absorb vitamin K, especially people with digestive issues or long-term antibiotic use, supplements may be an option. But here's an important caution. Vitamin K plays a role in blood clotting. So if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, you must check with your doctor before increasing your intake. 7. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, plays a much bigger role in leg strength and mobility than most people realize. While many nutrients contribute to keeping your body moving, vitamin B6 is essential for healthy nerves, proper muscle repair, and making sure your body can actually use protein to build and maintain muscle mass. Without it, even the strongest muscles slowly weaken, and simple movements like standing from a chair or climbing stairs start to feel far more exhausting than they should. One of the most overlooked functions of vitamin B6 is its connection to nerve signaling and coordination. When your B6 levels run low, those signals can become sluggish or misdirected. The result? Numbness, tingling in the legs, or even unsteady walking patterns. Many older adults mistake these symptoms for normal aging or muscle loss, when in reality, their bodies are simply missing a key nutrient for neuromuscular health. Vitamin B6 also protects your legs from inflammation-related fatigue. It helps regulate the body's inflammatory responses, reducing discomfort and keeping muscles more flexible and resilient. If you've been dealing with persistent stiffness or slow recovery after activity, increasing your vitamin B6 intake could be the turning point your legs have been waiting for. And here's something even more critical. B6 is vital for producing red blood cells, the very cells that transport oxygen throughout your body. Without enough of them, your muscles can't get the oxygen they need to perform. That means early fatigue, heavy legs, and reduced stamina. If you've ever wondered why short walks or light chores leave you drained, low B6 could be one of the hidden causes. The good news is, vitamin B6 is widely available in everyday foods. Poultry, salmon, tuna, bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, and fortified cereals are all excellent sources. Adding these into your daily meals can naturally restore healthy levels, supporting both nerve efficiency and muscle strength. For those with digestive problems, absorption issues, or dietary restrictions, supplementation may be necessary. The recommended daily intake for older adults is about 1.5 milligrams for women and 1.7 milligrams for men. While food-based intake is completely safe, high-dose supplements should be taken with caution. Long-term overuse can actually cause nerve damage. The best approach is balance, a nutrient-rich diet that provides a steady, reliable supply of vitamin B6, without unnecessary risks. If this video connected with you, or even gave you a few eye-opening insights, take a moment to tap the like button. It may seem small, but it truly helps us continue creating valuable health content for you. We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments, whether it's a question, a personal experience, or a topic you'd like us to explore next. Your input not only inspires future videos, but it also builds a community where others can learn and grow alongside you. And don't forget, make sure you're subscribed and that notifications are turned on. That way, you'll always be the first to know when new health tips, mobility strategies, and life-changing insights are released. Stay informed, stay strong, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one.